Hi y'all, I'm Ty.
And I'm your host Tiara.
And welcome to the Girls So Anyways podcast. So on today's episode, we're going to get into surviving in Atlanta. Basically, we're going to get into cost of living here, dating, and if we have time, there may be a part 2 for it as well. So just stay tuned to check it out.
Let's talk about dating first. Ty, you're an Atlanta native.
Yeah.
So have you dated around while living here?
I dated, and I would say in regards to dating, it's a lot of people who I've dated and someone else who I knew dated them as well.
Ooh.
And it's a small circle of people when it's dating here because it's like, even though it's a big city, it's like everybody knows somebody that you know. So it's like y'all all interconnected. And dating here is hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to find that person that's just genuine about you and that person who cares about you. I'm not gonna lie. I did find my person. And
shout out to her man.
Yes, he's amazing. But I did find him in Atlanta. But I have heard of a lot of horror stories, and it did take me a while to get to him because I did go through a lot of like crappy guys. But now we're here.
So for me, my dating experience in Atlanta was interesting. I moved here in a relationship. That relationship ended. I dated around for about 8 months, like loosely, like, you know, just dating and exploring, seeing what I liked casually. And it was rough, I won't lie. Like, the men here definitely have a preference on what they want the woman to look like. They want, you know, a super curvy woman, big old booty, small waist, nice boobs, light skin, good hair. Like, they want a chick that look foreign. And me personally, I am light skinned. Don't quote me on that, but I am lighter. But I'm not like, I don't have a big old booty. I don't have a super tiny waist. Like, I'm just an average girl, and I'm still that girl though, don't get twisted. But I'm just an average girl, and it was interesting to hear like men be like, oh, you from Cali? Oh, I bet da 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 da. Like, when, you know, men would hear that I'm from Cali, they would expect me to look a certain type of way. And it was weird. It was like they were almost wanting like this fake.
I was gonna say it's crazy because a lot of people want a certain aesthetic in Atlanta when it comes to females, and it also boils down to how we feel as women because they want women to have this, upkeep this. The guys want us to do motherly or wifey things, but
we're not in a relationship.
It's like y'all hold us to a higher standard. Yeah. And then it's bad because the women do it. So it's like some women do it. Some women do wifey things while dating. But I feel like when you're dating, you're supposed to be just dating. That's seeing multiple guys, talking to multiple guys. But if you see that one person, like, and he's that guy, I'ma chill, and you gonna slowly cut everybody off.
Yeah, slowly. But yeah, it was interesting dating here. When I moved here in 2019, and it was like right at the beginning of the pandemic. Well, I moved here right before the pandemic happened, so I didn't really get to fully date. And I ended up meeting my, you know, soon-to-be husband, and baby, the rest was history. But for the guys that I did date, I was like, oh Lord, like I thought men from LA was terrible. Atlanta got us beat, baby.
I know, cause y'all know I'm from Atlanta. Most of the guys that are from here are either hood or they're like DL. We ain't gonna get into that right now. Or they
scammers.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, this scammer dude tried to date me, girl. I was like, I asked him, I said, are you like gonna, if you know, I take you on a date and I pay, are you gonna like get my credit card numbers and scam me? And he started laughing, but I was so serious.
Oh my God.
I was terrified. I had to stop seeing him, girl.
I can't speak too much on scammers because I got a couple. So yeah, that's just that.
I can't do the scammers, but as far as finances, like financial, so you're born and raised, you're ATL native. I'm an LA native, but tell me about your experience with moving out of your parents' house and having to find your own place.
I would say being here, like moving from Atlanta, I guess because my parents said when they had rent here, it was like $400 or $500.
Girl, I
but
wish.
Gentrification, I hope I'm saying it right, is a real thing. And now you have like outside people coming in and being able to afford it while regular Atlanta natives are not able to afford it. But don't get me wrong, I truly feel like you need at least about $80,000 to live comfortable here without a kid. And if you have a kid, I would say about 85. I'm not at that, but you know, I'm around like the 70s.
She's like, don't be counting my pocket.
Yeah, I'm around the 70s range. But it's like you really need like whatever lifestyle you have. And I have a basic lifestyle. Like, I go out every now and then, and, you know, I hang out with friends. And I know people who have it hard and struggling, and they're not even making it for real because it costs so much to live in Atlanta. And it really sucks because the cost of living and the jobs don't match.
Yeah.
Like, how you paying jobs for like $20 an hour and you got apartments for $1,600?
And they 1-bedrooms at that.
Small. Like,
Small.
the bedrooms are probably like this.
1,600, not even 1,600, 800 square feet.
Small.
So for me, being that I'm from California, the cost of living in California is outrageous. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Everybody know it. That's why everybody be like, I would never move to LA. It's expensive. Like, I see why you moved here. I didn't move here because it was expensive, by the way. I moved here for school. Mm-hmm. For me, the cost of living didn't change.
Wow.
So I make slightly less from my like 9-to-5 job that I made in LA part-time. So I guess that's the thing. I work full-time now compared to part-time. But I make slightly less what I was making in LA at my part-time job. But because I have a business, it subsidizes that you know, that amount that I'm missing. As far as like rent and stuff, so like I live in a townhouse, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath. I pay not $1,600, but around that amount. And once you tap in with once you include like utilities and other bills and stuff, it come out to about $2,500 a month.
It's crazy.
So it is, I won't lie, and it's really sad because like I see jobs sometimes here for like $7.50. That's like the minimum wage here. That's the minimum wage here. So for me, that's insane. Like our minimum wage in California is $15 an hour. And that's barely livable in LA. So I can't imagine trying to live off of $7.50 here.
No, you need to live here. You need about 2 or 3 good side hustles.
Exactly.
To be making it. If your salary at your job or your regular business is not up there. Like,
right.
And it sucks.
And you know, also the homeless epidemic here
is
just as bad as it is in LA because people cannot afford to live here.
Even military men can't afford it.
The veterans, I see them all the time downtown. And it's really sad because LA, we have like Skid Row, right? Atlanta has their own version of that in downtown Atlanta. And it is absolutely heartbreaking.
If you guys come here and look on the, when you're driving on like 285, 75, and if you look under the bridge, there are literally tents, so many tents with just homeless people. And it's so sad. Like, sometimes I just go there and give them whatever I have because it's sad. And I'm sure some of them probably have like checks and stuff coming, but they probably can't afford it. When you get rent, utilities, groceries,
a car, if you got it,
health insurance,
and not on top of that, apartments want you to make 3 times your amount of income. But if you are on a fixed income and you only make $40,000 a year and the apartment is $1,600, how can you make $1,600 times 3 in 1 month to be able to qualify for that apartment? It doesn't make sense. Like the math ain't mathing.
It's not mathing.
The math ain't mathing. Atlanta, if the mayor is watching this, what's his name? Andre Dickens?
Yes.
Do better, sir.
But I'm not going to say it's all on him because I feel like it's not a global, but it's more of a national problem we're dealing with because now with inflation
because of the pandemic,
high gas prices and all that, like everything is just going high.
Gas is outrageous.
Milk is outrageous.
Milk. Eggs. How about I went to the grocery store? Eggs was $4. I said
no. You know what's even worse? I went to the grocery store at Walmart the other day and I came out with 3 bags. Literally 3 bags.
Eggs is $4.
For a household of 3, $100.
100. That's good.
No, it's not. That's for
3 bags.
That's for 2 meals.
I get 2 bags, and they may have bread, eggs, and maybe a pack of chicken.
Where you shopping at?
Publix. Well, Publix sometimes. Kroger, Publix. The bottom line is, do better and give these people food stamps, okay? Y'all need to give me some food stamps because there's no way I should be paying $200 in groceries for 16 items. Do better,
ma'am. You don't qualify.
And I don't qualify for food stamps because I make too much money, but I ain't making enough for me to be this stressed about groceries shopping every week. But you want me to lose weight and healthy Americans? How can I lose weight and be a healthy American and groceries is $600?
It sucks. De'Ara, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have to keep up with like the Atlanta aesthetic or the Atlanta, whatever the theme is? I'm telling you.
Let's be real. LA started it, so Atlanta's keeping up with us.
I don't know about LA, so I can't speak on it. We ain't gonna argue today, but maybe next episode.
I just want to say that at the end of the day, we're all that girl, so it is what it is. But just for the record, LA started this.
We're not gonna argue today.
What about you?
I feel like
you've seen the culture shift being here your whole life. So do you feel like you have to keep up with the culture constantly changing here in the city?
At the end of the day, Ty is an individual. Tamerna is an individual.
Tamerna is that girl.
Period. I'm a bad bee. But on another note, I would say that I live my life to how I want to live my life. I don't live my life trying to please other people.
Yes.
I'm in my own lane. Of course, it's things that I want to have accomplished by a certain deadline, and if I don't beat that, then I'm gonna feel bad. But at the same time, I also have to reward myself or provide myself, with like small accomplishments. Like, oh, you did this. Oh, you did this. That's an accomplishment. Yes. I don't have to have a luxury apartment, or I don't have to have this big high rise.
Yes.
Because my desires are not to have that. But I feel like a lot of times people get stuck in their head comparing themselves. I'm not a person that try to compare. Yeah. Like, I look and stay in my lane. Mm-hmm. When I want a house, or when I'm ready or able to buy a house, I'll get it at that point. Of course, I'm going to congratulate my friends. I'm not a hater, but I always stay in my lane. If I can't afford to go out, guess what? I'm staying home this weekend. I may go out the next weekend. So I just stay in my lane when it comes to trying to keep up or whatever like that. I just do what I have to do, pay my bills, and when I can afford to do that, when I can go out and get me a facial, I go. I just, I can't go into debt trying to please other people or look good. Like, no.
Yes.
No. It doesn't, like, and then it's crazy because you get yourself in a deeper and deeper hole, because once you get into debt, it's so hard to get out of it.
Yeah. No, I agree. And for me, I don't know, like, I like the nicer things in life. But I have learned that the key to life is not luxury items, but it's being happy. And for me, happiness could look like a movie night in with some pizza and my man and chilling, or it could look like going to a 5-star Michelin restaurant and eating a nice meal. It just depends. And if I can afford it, then I'll do it. And if I can't, and I have other goals going on, just like you said, I'm gonna focus on that. As far as getting caught up in the culture of Atlanta, I don't think I am. I think that I do enjoy, like, the nightlife here and the events, like the fun stuff. But as far as trying to flex, buying the big jewelry, the cars, the high rise, I'll pass on that, baby. We've been doing that in LA since the 90s.
I don't know about LA. But I would say I do buy myself nice things. Like,
me too.
Say if I accomplish whatever it is, I may buy myself or splurge on a purse, or go book me some facials or something like that. Like, I do. I love to spoil myself. And
me too.
When my man do it, he does it too. So I'm just, to me, luxury is peace and happiness. And I'm here for it.
Well, y'all, tell us some of the things you like to do to spoil yourself, or what does luxury feel like? Tell us about the culture in your city, and tell us about how y'all budgeted, because, baby, we need the tips on how to save the coins. How do we save the coins? Right. Okay?
Let us know. How do y'all plan? Like, do y'all plan y'all budget monthly? Do you guys have extra side hustles that you do?
Yeah, what are some side hustles y'all doing?
Right.
Yeah, let us know, all right? As always, we love you guys.
And thank you guys for watching.
Peace.